positive. Choosing close. Obviously, I don't go live on a normal basis, so I had to read those little instructions. Hi, everyone. Shannon, Marie, SPS with Purpose, PinkZebraLady. I do various posts, but I rarely go live. Today, I'm having a rough day. I'm in a lot of pain and have a migraine going. I know I'm trying not to make this too long because people don't like long things. They don't take swipes, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, etc., etc. So, because I could ramble on, I could be playing that song, ramble on. But I'm here because part of my healing process as an SPSer is doing poetry, playing my guitar, and smuling. And my latest is a poem that I just finished, and I thought it would be worth sharing. It's called No Matter. No matter anger takes hold, witnessing nature's battle, thrashing and bashing like wild animals, innate to fight to the death. Asking myself, what's the matter, girl? Speechless at the bitter heart of humans is like watching those wild animals. No compassion or empathy. No matter what path I took, rather than looking beyond the cover of the book, I faced judgment, cold, hard stares bestowed upon me. If they only knew a conduit I had become as darkness had groomed me. No matter the forks in the road, shadows blacker than night, crisscrossing my passage, pricks and prongs awaiting at every turn, piercing through my skin in that haunting darkness. No matter for the weak, feeling nothing innate to help me escape, dropping to my knees while I bleed, crying the shadows would free me, heart stopping, squinting eyes to grasp any sign of light in the darkness of those toughest nights. Listening with all intent, I hear a faint calling, the melodies echoing inherently. I start singing in a language unknown to me. My tears dry as I rise, seeing light before me. No matter the battle, I think to myself these days, was there any other way? Not in this hellish world can we escape the trauma and pain. My conclusion, although it felt like a never-ending journey, there was no other way to be defined except to refine the soul into light, life, and love. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for support. Make sure you follow, and I'll try to do a little more lives and be comfortable with it. Maybe that'll get me somewhere, huh? So, wishing you all a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much. Hi, Cedric. Alejandro. Hello. Noah Sharp. Hello. Hello. Thank you all for being here and watching and supporting. I was just going to make this short because I don't know how lives really work that much. But if any of you have followed or watched anything on my Pink Zebra Lady channel here, you know that I have stiff person syndrome and I suffer a lot, and every day can be different. And it's like your muscles are always in a contracted state. And so when you do things such as cleaning, walking, exercising. I was in the pool yesterday, which was a wonderful time. But any more use of using the muscles if you exercise, and there are people who can, but then there are people who suffer worse in their spasm or rigidity and pain by doing so. So I suffer more of the spastic side, which I know I posted videos about. And lately I've been progressing. I had 2 full body spasms within a 5 week span, and um, there was more rigidity in that. And the rigidity is where your body locks up on you, and you can have broken bones, you can't move. Um, and it's very, very painful. I couldn't even feed myself. Um, that last one was the worst one, and what caused it was going in an MRI machine, um, and that noise, the clicks and the sounds are big triggers for stiff person syndrome, and as well as lights, sensitivity, motions, um, being startled. Um, there are many things that can set a person off with stiff person syndrome, and there's a lot of research going on. Um, I have posted some of that as well in the posts. They're not in the videos or a short, but they're in the posts. Or I also have um, an album called SPS Education that is public that you could look at and learn a little more about it if you're interested. And of course, if you have any comments or questions, I would be happy to answer them. You can leave them in the comments section. And if I see anything, I will respond. And I just thank you for taking the time to be here with me this day. And yeah, getting a chance to heal. That's what this is. This is healing for me. Um, I'm a very creative person. My life had changed overnight. Just overnight, it changed. And becoming disabled was not something that I ever imagined would be my life. Um, I've been disabled since 2017, and I started my infusions and got diagnosed in 2020. It took me 6 to 7 years to get diagnosed. And what I did is I learned how to self advocate. I started keeping all my medical records. I started, um, you know, um, getting the apps and and uh, this is part of the SPS with the speech, and getting apps to access my records, um, so that I would have copies of them, because I knew that I knew that I knew something wasn't right, and I knew that it was something that was progressing. And a lot of doctors and a lot of people, even your friends and your family, at first, they try, right? They try to understand. They call it the invisible illness, but over time, it really isn't invisible anymore, because as it progresses, the symptoms are very obvious. So, but you get gaslit a lot, and a lot of us are told that it's in our head. And I really want to get a shirt that says, yeah, it's in my beep head, because it's a an incurable neurological disorder. Um, they're trying to figure out if it's a neuroimmunology issue, if it truly is an autoimmune. They're doing CAR T cell therapies right now. They're on their second phase to see how stiff person syndrome or stiff person syndrome can be, you know, better managed as there is no cure. Um, that doesn't mean they're still not looking for a cure. I know that Celine Dion also has a foundation that has contributed greatly to this cause. Um, so I see that some have left. And Slay Queen, hey girl. Um, but any of you that are and will watch this, I thank you for taking the time. It means a lot to me. So I hope you have a good day, and I'll end on that note. And yeah, peace.